All right. Welcome to tonight's meeting of the Sacramento Regional Transit Board of Directors for December 12th, 2022. This is a hybrid virtual meeting where we've got some people present, but we also will be operating virtually. So all speakers, the board and staff, please announce your name when you begin to speak. This meeting is now being live streamed, and the slide on the screen shows the information on how to join the webinar by Zoom. You can also call into the meeting at area code 253-215-8782. And the webinar access code is 837-9338-8162. If you're participating by phone, please push *9 to indicate your desire to comment. And if you're joining us online through Zoom, please push and raise the hand button. Be sure to unmute yourself when it's your turn to speak and voluntarily state your name for the record. And now, if Clerk Tabitha would do the roll call.
I'm sorry, Chair Miller. Can you repeat the statement because we weren't live on YouTube?
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. Good evening and welcome to the December 12th, 2022 meeting of the Sacramento Regional Transit Board of Directors. This is a hybrid virtual meeting, and all speakers, the board and staff, please announce your name when you begin to speak. This meeting is now being live streamed, and the slide on the screen shows you the information on how to join the webinar by Zoom. You can also call into the meeting at 253-215-8782, and the webinar access code is 837-9338-8162. If you're participating by phone, please push *9 to indicate a desire to comment on an item. And if you're joining us online through Zoom, you can push the raise hand button. Be sure to unmute yourself when it's your turn to speak and voluntarily state your name for the record. And now, Tabitha, would you please do roll call and read the Metro Cable replay statement?
Director Budge. Director Budge. Director Budge, you're muted.
And we're not there. We can come back.
Okay, Director Harris.
Here.
Director Howell is absent, and she said to give everyone her best regards. Director Hume is absent. Director Jennings.
Here.
Director Kennedy.
Here.
Director Natoli.
Here.
Director Chenier.
Here.
Director Cerna.
Here.
Director Valenzuela.
Here.
And Chair Miller.
Here.
And with that, we have a quorum at 8 votes, and this meeting of the Sacramento Regional Transit District will be cablecast on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on Comcast, Consolidated Communications, and AT&T Uverse cable systems. This meeting is closed caption and webcast at metro14live.saccounty.gov. Today's meeting replays Thursday, December 15th at 6 p.m. and Saturday, December 17th at 1 p.m. on Channel 14. This meeting can also be viewed at youtube.com/MetroCable14.
Thank you. And now if you please rise, and Director Natoli, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I will. Where's their flag? Okay, hand over heart. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Would you please call the first item?
The first item is the consent calendar, items 2.1 to 2.12.
Any director questions or
Chair, I have a question on 2.10.
2.10? Okay. Shall we, any,
Not for a separate vote, just for
oh, okay.
staff.
And so before we go take that item, is there any public comment on the consent calendar?
I don't see any public comment.
Okay. Could you please call 2.10 for a question?
Item 2.10, Resolution 2022-12149, authorizing the general manager, CEO, to approve a fare equivalent for persons needing to travel on existing SAC-RT routes serving weather respite centers. And Deborah Salinas is available to answer any questions.
Thank you. I just, well, first I want to thank RT and staff for taking this step. I think it's so important to have consistent expectations for folks who are on the street about how they'll get and to where they'll get with warming centers. My request really is not so much a question, is to see if we can explore some regular routes to the major encampment centers. I'm thinking of a couple in my district like Bannon Island or spots where we know that there's large encampments. If we could identify maybe a route that we would take that said, hey, be here at this time, we'll pick you up and take you there, just for folks who can't easily access the lines from where they are. So I think it's something that I know our team would love to work with you all on because they've appreciated working with you on this so far. So that's more of a request, I guess, to Henry.
Our planning department staff will look into that and work with the appropriate partners.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you again for taking this step. I'm happy to move the rest of the items. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, there's a motion and a second for the consent calendar, items 2.1 through 2.12. We do need to do roll call.
It was just brought to my attention that people are having trouble hearing us. The remote part. Director Budge, can you hear us? We can't hear her.
I can hear her on my machine, but I can't hear any of you guys.
Yeah, we cannot hear her. She's speaking.
She is speaking.
We'll take a quick recess and sort this out.
Okay. And just to let you know, Tim Schaefer did just join the meeting.
Oh, very good. We're going to take 5.
We're in Citrus Heights signage.
We can hear you. Okay, so here it goes. There, input levels.
Well, Tim and I are having a great conversation.
Yeah? I just heard Linda.
Can you still hear her? Yeah.
Yes, we can hear.
Testing, testing.
Okay.
Director Budge, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Perfect.
I can
We
hear
can hear you.
you. And Tim and I can hear each other, so hopefully we can hear Tim and he unmutes himself and says something.
Okay, well, your volume's a little low in the room, but we'll make do. And we've had a motion and a second for the consent calendar, items 2.1 through 2.12. Would you please call the roll?
Director Budge.
Yes.
Director Harris.
Aye.
Director Howell is absent. Director Hume is absent. Director Jennings.
Yes.
Director Kennedy,
Aye.
Director Natoli,
Aye.
Director Chenier,
Aye.
Director Cerna,
Aye.
Director Valenzuela,
Yes.
and Chair Miller.
Abstain. You skipped Schaefer.
Abstain. Okay, and then we're going to go with Director Schaefer, who will be the alternate
I'm
for
gonna
Chair
have to
Miller this
abstain
evening.
Because I don't know what I'm voting on.
We get
I'm
it.
sorry, did you say you're abstaining?
Yes, I'm gonna
Okay.
abstain.
The consent calendar passes with 8 votes.
Thank you. Next item, please.
The next item is 3.1, Resolution 2022-12139, commending Steve Miller, presented by Vice Chair Kennedy.
Thank you.
Do you want a motion to adopt all these resolutions
We'll get there.
after the presentation?
What are we doing? Oh, sure.
Let's see, that would be items 3.1, Linda, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, and 3.6.
And I will move we adopt these resolutions.
Second.
Motion by Budge, second by Kennedy. Please call the roll.
Director Budge,
Yes.
Director Harris,
Aye.
Director Howell is absent, Director Hume is absent, Director Jennings.
Yes.
Director Kennedy,
Aye.
Director Natoli,
Aye.
Director Chenier,
Aye.
Director Cerna,
Aye.
Director Valenzuela,
Yes.
and Director Schaefer.
Aye.
The resolution passes with 10 votes.
Well, thank you. And now we're going to go to each one of the items.
All right, I'll start then. Thank you, Chair. Steve's represented the city of Citrus Heights on the SAC-RT Board of Directors for 16 years and served as chair for 2010, 2021, and 2022. During Steve's 16 years on the board, he was instrumental in adopting many initiatives over that time period. However, with the interest of time, I'm not going to read this entire very lengthy resolution. I will point out a couple of accomplishments, however. Starting with one of the most significant programs, Steve was very influential in piloting SAC-RT's first Smart Ride microtransit service zone in the city of Citrus Heights, which has grown to one of the largest and most successful microtransit services in the entire country. He was also chair when SAC-RT transitioned our paratransit services, called SAC-RT Go, back in-house after more than 30 years of contracting it out. It's been a pleasure serving with Steve. I've truly enjoyed the time that we've spent together, not just at this dais, but in some of our travels throughout the country. And I've learned a great deal from Steve as far as about transit, but also about stepping back and hopefully I've watched you're a true gentleman, and I have watched you when people were not necessarily the easiest to get along with, and the way that you could disarm them just with your kindness, and the fact that you treated them with respect, and I've taken that away. I've truly enjoyed watching you these last 2 years as chair, and I hope that should I have the opportunity to serve as chair in the future, that I will continue to keep that in mind and use you as an example of what a true chair and public servant does. Thank you, Steve.
Well, thank you for those kind words, Patrick.
And we've already taken many photos, but here you go, because you need some, more. I'm sure you do probably have a stack of these at this point.
They're starting to pile up.
Yeah, yes. Well, and I also want to congratulate Steve. It wasn't enough that he served as long as he did on the Citrus Heights City Council and the RT Board and so many other things. But when most people would be looking at retirement, Steve has taken on the role of a school board member, which there's a few of us sitting up here who have done that in the past. And that's no easy retirement job you're taking on, and so that shows your commitment to our community and our kids, and it's much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Okay, next item. Thank you so much, Patrick, for your comments. Next item.
The next item is 3.2, Resolution 2022-12140, commending Don Natoli, presented by Chair Miller.
Okay, well, here's a true Hall of Famer. We have a proclamation for you, and part of what it states, Don, is you have represented the County of Sacramento on the SAC-RT Board of Directors for 24 years. 24 or 25?
I know it was 25.
Yeah, I think we're at 25 now.
97.
And you served as chair in 2003 and 2011. I always wanted to outlast you, but this isn't going to happen. And you were instrumental in televising the SAC-RT board meetings on public access, and I'm sure that's through your role on the Cable Commission, and setting up the 5 retirement boards. I didn't know that. And you were on the board when SAC-RT extended light rail for the first time 2.3 miles from Butterfield to Matherfield Mills Station. And we had several extensions and openings of light rail lines since and during your tenure, including adding the blue and green lines now serving 53 stations. You've been a constant repository of SAC-RT history and a voice of reason over the last 24 years. And it's just been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure serving with you, Don. And oh, anytime. Okay, and I forgot to call for public comment when I got my plaque, but I will remember when, for Don, is there any directors that would like to comment?
Just real briefly, thank you, Mr. Chair. Just want to echo some of the sentiment that was expressed in the resolution, and I know that Director Natoli has been spending the last probably couple months, I'm imagining, preparing for this week. It's a fairly momentous week for our Dean of the Board of Supervisors, and he's also been a tremendous mentor to me and others in his capacity as a longtime director here at RT, and I just want to publicly thank you, Don, for all the advice and good counsel and partnership and conversations that we've shared over the years when it comes to making sure that our constituents in Sacramento County that are using the system are well cared for in our decision making, and you've really taught me the import of doing the homework and getting in the weeds on occasion, and so I do appreciate that, and certainly wish you the best. We'll be thinking of you occasionally on Monday evenings. So thank you.
Any other directors? Do we have any public comment?
Jeffrey Tartagia has his hand up.
Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, are you able to unmute yourself?
My apologies. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm in LA, but thank you for your service. There's several of you going off. Jay Chenier, and I think Pat Hume's role is now altered and changed. And Don, thank you. You have been such a great help in transportation. I'm going to miss that institutional knowledge. Steve, I hope you back up and provide the institutional knowledge of what is knowing and going on. It's been down here and fascinating to learn and realize how big the homeless problem truly is. I had no grasp and idea of that, but I also used for 35 cents public transportation to get around. Very interesting, and I hope that we can figure out how we get public dollars readily available for RT's needs. I'd like to work on that and see what we can come up with, what's effective for the region. Please correct the problems with the 2,200 buses, correct the problems with the bus shelters. I will note the last one that I have found is entitled 3171, which is right down in front of the community on L Street, the community theater. And yet when you poked it in, it says that it's at Florin. So I wonder how the 142, you know what's happening with the bus schedule and time there. So please, these are things that should be easy corrections and fixes. Solve the internal problems that are needed. So I can't find these lovely little things in the weeds. With that, I hope you guys have a good holiday. And I will thank you again and hope that I've represented as a good transit ambassador. And to that, Steve, last time that I put written comment in, it was as a transit ambassador, not as Jeff Tartagia, the individual that is concerned about transit needs. I hope that those can be distinguished in the future when and how I do that. But again, people, for everyone that's done service in the future, I'm going to get off now, and because they have the same thing going on with YOLO, a number of people that have been very valuable for YOLO's transportation, they are also retiring from their various boards and everything else. So again, thank you very much. And with that, I will go to YouTube and listen to the rest of this meeting. Good night, and I guess good holidays.
Good night, Jeffrey, and take care. Thank you for your comments. Any other public comment?
There's no other public.
If not, we'll move on to the next tough item.
The next item is 3.3, Resolution 2022-12141, commending Patrick Hume, presented by Chair Miller.
Okay, and Patrick's not here, but we will, I will mention a few things that is on the commendation we have for him. And this is future Sacramento County Supervisor Pat Hume. And Pat has represented the city of Elk Grove on the SAC-RT Board of Directors for 16 years, and he served as our chair in 2013. Patrick has been instrumental in working to reduce vehicle miles traveled and traffic congestion through sustainable transportation planning, and was chair when SAC-RT opens its second bus maintenance facility in McClellan Park. He's been working tirelessly to extend light rail to Elk Grove to meet our region's clean air goals. And I'm sure we'll get there someday very soon. And with that, any directors like to comment? And seeing none, any public comment?
There's no public comment.
All right, we'll make sure Supervisor Hume gets his plaque. And with that, we can move on to the next item.
The next item is 3.4, Resolution 2022-12142, commending Jay Chenier, presented by Chair Miller.
Oh, I know this guy. Well, we're recognizing retiring City of Sacramento Council member Jay Chenier. And Jay has represented the City of Sacramento on the SAC-RT Board of Directors for 11 years and served as our chair in 2015 and 2016. Jay has worked tirelessly to improve mobility options and transit access for our city's youth, championed SAC-RT's Ride Free RT initiative in 2019, where children in K through 12, and pre-K too, for that matter, can ride free on our transit system. And this was the first program in the nation to provide unrestricted free rides for over 265,000 youth and students by negotiating $1 million in dedicated transportation funding from the City of Sacramento for the first year of the program, and has added it to the city's base budget to ensure the program continues for future years. And this is one of our most successful programs, and it has increased youth transit, their ridership, reduced absenteeism at schools, and provided more access to non-school related travel for kids. As of September 2022, the program is currently on track to exceed 3.5 million student rides for the year. That's impressive. Jay, congratulations on your service. Okay, with that, any director comments? And seeing none, any public comment?
There's no public comment.
Mr. Chair, at the conclusion of all of them, I'd like to make some comments.
Oh, perfect, perfect. That makes sense. Okay. This resolution is commending Director Jeff Harris, and you've represented the city of Sacramento on the RT board for the past 8 years. You've supported our efforts to redesign our transit system and work to improve coverage, frequency, and safety for riders. Most recently, you were instrumental in the building and opening of the Wexler, the first transit-oriented development progressed by SAC-RT, and this is the first student housing TOD in the Sacramento region, and I know you're proud of this. The project also modernized the University 65th Street Transit Center, making it easier for the 700 students living in the complex to connect to bus and light rail. Congratulations, Jeff. Okay, next item.
The next item is 3.6, Resolution 2022-12144, commending Carrie Howe, presented by Chair Miller.
And Carrie couldn't be here tonight, but Director Howe has represented the City of Folsom on the SAC-RT Board of Directors for the past 4 years. She has used her background and expertise in engineering and knowledge of transportation, roadways, and finance to work to improve transportation options and reduce congestions for the residents of Folsom and the Sacramento region as a whole. She was instrumental in the City of Folsom annexing their transit services into the SAC-RT system in 2019, which significantly improved seamless connectivity with SAC-RT's other regional transit services. Congratulations, Carrie, and we'll make sure you get this plaque delivered. Okay, now I'll open it up to director comments. Director Natoli?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Miller. I would just want to certainly add my thanks and appreciation and gratitude to all of my colleagues, those that certainly are leaving service on this board, but others who will remain. It's been a great opportunity, certainly during my tenure on this board, to have worked with outstanding staff here at Regional Transit, to engage with the public in many different ways, but certainly have served with all of you here at the dais this evening, some that aren't here this evening. But throughout the years, I think it's been the goal of this board to, one, bring together the region, connecting it with public transportation opportunities, to evolve that, to find ways to be innovative in extending service to either underserved or unserved areas and populations in the county. And I certainly take away some very fond memories, many hours logged here in this boardroom. But again, the good work that's going on, and I want to say to Henry and to all the staff that are here this evening, all those that aren't here this evening, and certainly those that have preceded our current team. Thank you for what you do, for your commitment to public transportation. And I trust that with my colleagues who will remain on this board and those that will fill our vacancies, that RT will be in good hands through the leadership of each of them and their member jurisdictions. But it's been a real pleasure, and I just want to say thank you, and I know we're in good hands going forward. So, thanks.
Thank you, Dodd. Couldn't have said it any better myself, so I'm not even going to try. Director Chenier?
Thank you, Chair. I kind of want to ditto a lot of what Don said. When I started on this board, RT was not doing well. And Director Cerna put together an initiative where we involved the business community. I was able to follow him and continue that work. And really, no one does this alone. And having the staff that we had, the leadership that Henry has provided, I'm really proud of Ride Free RT, but it doesn't happen without a general manager who's willing to take some risk and do things a little bit differently. And I just want to say thank you to Henry and the staff, because the answer has always been, we'll figure out how to do that, versus no, we don't want to, or we've tried that before, any of those stock answers. It's been a pleasure to serve on the board, and it's really been wonderful to watch RT bloom into really a national model of what can be done for public transportation. So I just want to say thank you to my colleagues here. Thank you to Henry and his entire staff. It's been a pleasure. And
you.
goodbye.
Director Harris, then Director Cerna.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Miller. What Jay said is true. In my 8 short years on this board, I've really come to appreciate the professionalism of the board in terms of making some pretty tough decisions. We have wrangled with some real difficult ones over the last 8 years. There's no doubt about it. Some real contentious issues with our writers, with the general public. And yeah, we were not in a great shape back then. But, you know, with the leadership of the board and a great general manager and outstanding staff across the board, we're able to turn the ship around. And it's pretty exciting. And then, of course, we ran into the pandemic, which exacerbated everything and made transit almost a thing of the past in just a couple of weeks. And yet we fought our way through it and are climbing out of it quite well. Same thing, you know, a good board, a good team on the staff. I'd just like to say it's been a privilege for me to serve with all of you, and a real pleasure. And Chair, I'd like to say especially I've enjoyed working on the CCJPA with you.
Oh, yeah.
That was just been a lot of fun. It's an important piece of the transit puzzle, really complex issues, and it's really been great, Steve, to get to know you a little bit better on the CCJPA. So I just want to end by saying, staff, you are much appreciated. You guys work hard and you get it done through tough times and good times both. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, Director Harris. Director Cerna?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So one of the unique parts about representing the first supervisorial district when it comes to a board like this is the fact that you share a lot of direct common constituency with other directors. And that has certainly been the case for me these last 11 and a half, 12 years serving on this board with regard to the leadership and contributions from Director Harris and Director Chenier. In fact, Director Chenier and I came in as together in the class of 2010. I think we both concluded that one of the one of the things that we both, I think, conversed about and more or less kind of coordinated was the fact that we wanted to kind of team up on RT and work together and collaborate. And I think Director Harris put it well in terms of kind of the innovative spirit that this board has enjoyed for some time in the face of mounting challenges. And they've been pretty steep challenges at times, and it's been, I think, a lot of creative thought process that comes from some of our departing members that I think is worth acknowledging, and I certainly want to do that tonight with regards to my friends at City Council and this board, Directors Harris and Chenier.
Thank you, Director Cerna. Do we have any public comment?
There's no public comment.
Well, let me just say this before we conclude this item. It's been a labor of love for me. Transit, especially rail, has been big for me. My father, that's the only way he traveled. And I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that my wife is in the audience tonight. And I couldn't have done this without her support. And I will mention that almost 39 years ago, we eloped to get married by taking the train to Reno. And with that, let's move on to the next item.
The next item is 7.1, the intent motion to select the chair and vice chair of the Sacramento Regional Transit Board of Directors for 2023.
I don't mean to correct you, but did we skip item 6?
Oh, you're right. We skipped item 6. Yep, the next item is number 6, public addresses of the board on matters not on the agenda.
Any hands up?
There are a couple hands up. We have Glenn Mandelkern and Helen O'Connell.
Let's go ahead and take Glenn, then Helen.
All right. Briefly, I did want to say thanks to those who have served. I'm not much for goodbyes, so anyway, but I wish you well. So onto my piece. The reason I'm speaking today is because I'm here to talk about Watt, as in Watt Avenue. Specifically, my wish, my holiday wish, and a whole bunch of people's holiday wish is Watt Avenue Bus Rapid Transit Service. I'm excited about the possibility. I'm actually suggesting it out of obligation due to recent events in transportation, living, population, that sort of thing. Maybe some of you have heard this report that came out by Redfin that said that Sacramento is the #1 city in terms of net inflow, meaning more people are moving in than are moving out. And so I was a newcomer about 12 years ago. And when it comes to Watt Avenue, I experienced this, and so have a whole bunch of other newcomers. When we first come here, we look at Watt Avenue, we see it on the map, it's centrally located. We think, wow, that's probably the best road to take north and south to do things here in Sacramento. Unfortunately, after a little bit, the common complaint I've heard, and it's like echoes from what I said, is how congested it is. It's real difficult to get around. I'm thinking about also what was in one of the recent entries in the Sac RT in the community blog about transportation wants. And I also looked back at your high capacity bus service May 2021 report where you spoke about Watt. And one highlight there was that so many RT services, RT bus routes cross and intersect with Watt. I have suggested 84 to some people, but what they don't like about 84 is all the twists and turns that it makes. The common question is, why not go straight between Arden and El Camino? Okay. And so I'm offering this special thought for riders beyond SAC RT routes 1 and 82. Although it's been said many times, many ways, all we want for the holidays is fast bus rapid transit service up and down Watt Avenue. So please consider revisiting this as we start a new year in 2023, especially for the newest and oldest residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn, for your thoughtful comments. Helen?
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
good evening, Chair and Board. Can you hear me?
Yes, Helen, we can.
Okay. I have a concern about the 59th Street low floor conversion, specifically the communication availability in different languages, because there's a lot of people that don't speak English or Spanish, and they need to be told what to do when the low floor construction on 59th Street starts next month. I'm also on the SAC RT MAC board, and I would like to ask that I be sent the Broadway Complete Street Project and Central City Mobility Project PowerPoint that was given to the MAC board on December 1st. I need a hard copy. I'm very proud to have known the board as it is, and I'm glad that people have stuck with it for a long time, because transportation is a slow grinding animal and it needs some institutional knowledge. Thank you very much for your service, and I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Helen. Any other hands up?
There are no other hands up.
Then we can move on to the next item.
The next item is 7.1, the intent motion to select the chair and vice chair of the Sacramento Regional Transit Board of Directors for 2023.
Director Harris?
Well, Chair, you hadn't delineated the process to do this, but if we are able to do nominations, I would, and do them for chair and vice chair, I would like to make an intent motion to select Vice Chair Kennedy for chair next year and Director Jennings as vice chair.
There's a motion for Kennedy at chair and Jennings at vice chair.
Second.
And a second.
I'm sorry, who was the second?
Director Cerna?
Okay. Okay, Director Budge? Director Budge, you're muted.
Yes.
Director Harris?
Aye.
Director Hall is absent. Director Hume is absent. Director Jennings?
Yes.
Director Kennedy? Director Natoli?
Aye.
Director Chenier? Director Cerna?
Aye.
Director Valenzuela?
Yes.
And Director Schaefer, filling in for
Yes.
Chair Miller? And with that, motion passes with 10 votes.
All right. Congratulations or condolences.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was 9 votes.
Oh, very good. Good choice. Next item, please.
The next item is 7.2, Resolution 2022-12147. Receive and file the annual comprehensive financial report, reports on compliance, and internal controls as required by uniform guidance, and the Transportation Development Act report to the Board of Directors for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2022, and designate $6,222,654 to SACRT's operating surplus and $5,053,586 of working capital reserve to SACRT's operating reserve. And SACRT's CFO Lawrence Chu is here to present this item.
Good evening, Chair Miller and members of the board. My name is Lawrence Chu. I'm the new VP Finance, Chief Financial Officer for the district. I'm pleased to present the annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year end June 30th, 2022. The goal of the independent audit is to provide reasonable assurance that the financial statements are free of material misstatement and conformed with the general accounting principle. The district has contracted with Crown, an independent certified public accounting firm, to perform the audit of the financial statements. The auditor have issued an unmodified or clean opinion on the financial statements. This means that the financial statements are free of any material misstatements. This is the third year in a row that SACRT has received no audit findings. We have been receiving the Certificate of Achievement for Excellency in Financial Reporting from the Government Finance Officer Association since 2000. Now we look at the fiscal year closing result. We have $6 million of surplus that will go to the operating reserve. In addition, $5 million will be transferred from working capital to operating reserve. The total operating reserve will be $42 million, while we still have around $100 million COVID relief fund for the current fiscal year and the next few years. This will bring the operating reserve equal to 60 days of annual operating expense, which is the best practice recommended by Government Finance Officer Association. And finally, I would like to thank the Board of Directors for exceptional decisions on fiscal strategy, to Henry, Sherry, and the executive management team for their strong leadership, and to the finance team for their hard work in completing the audit and annual financial report in a timely manner. And this concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any question that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Chenier?
Thank you. I think this might be a question for our general manager rather than you, because you haven't been here that long. Mr. Lee, what was the operating reserve when you took over?
I think it was about, we were about short about $1 million to cut service. And because of you and working with SACOG and it gave us like $1 million, so we did not have to cut the service.
So we've gone from -1 million to 42 million. Is that correct?
Kind of.
All right. I rest my case. I'll move the item.
Thank you. Any other comments?
I'll second the item.
There's a motion by Chenier and a second by Jennings. Any public comment before we vote?
I don't see any public comment.
Okay, and I remember when it was more than -$1 million back in 2010, I believe. Yeah. So what a change in 12 years.
And we still have a $100 million COVID relief fund set aside for the next couple years if we're going to have a bad situation occur.
Very nice. Well, with no public comment, no other further comments from the board, please call the roll, Tabitha.
Director Budge?
Oh, this is
Yes.
a receive and file. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh.
We don't need to vote.
Okay,
You want to vote on it?
Yeah, there's a resolution, so
we should vote.
Okay,
I vote yes.
okay. Linda votes yes.
Director Harris,
Kind of. Aye.
Director Howell is absent, Director Hume is absent, Director Jennings,
Yes.
Director Kennedy, Director Natoli,
Aye.
Director Chenier,
Aye.
Director Cerna,
Aye.
Director Valenzuela,
Yes.
and Director Schaefer.
Yes.
Resolution passes with 9 votes.
Very good. Good news. All right, on to the next item.
The next item is 8.1, the General Manager's Report.
Good evening, Chair Miller, members of the board, and the public. Today is a milestone moment, also an emotional moment in SACRT's history. It is the last board meeting for 6 of our board members retiring, considering 6 out of 11 entire board members. So we have a majority of the board members retiring, and we just feel we already miss you guys so much now. Collectively among the 6, they have 79 years of SACRT board service furthering our missions and visions. You have provided tremendous wisdom, oversight, and guidance to me and to entire staff in the last many years. Not 79 years, but collectively 79 years. And with the vision and the confidence you have instilled in the entire staff, including myself, we collectively have transformed this agency and led the industry in many initiatives, in many phases. I'm so thankful to all of you for your extraordinary leadership and service to SACRT and the Sacramento region and the entire industry, because we set many best initiatives for the industry. While I could get into various details on how each member has impacted this organization and the region in tremendously positive ways, I will spare us some time and just share very few highlights from each outgoing member. So first, to Director Jay. Jay was the chair leading a national search for me to become the CEO, and I have much to thank him for. Jay, along with the entire board, not just giving me the opportunity to become a first-time CEO in my career, but also continuously mentored me, guided me, and gave me the confidence to think innovatively and do things differently than this agency has ever done in the past. And in lots of cases, this industry has not done in the past. And it was Jay's leadership and determination that culminated in our industry setting initiative called Students Right Free RT program. Lots of people already talked about that. And SACRT became the first in the nation to offer unrestricted free rides for K-12 students. And since that time, we have seen many other agencies in the industry trying to follow the suit. And as a result, Jay earned a title of grandfather of Students Right Free program in this industry, the grandfather of that program. Remember, the young generation is the most important generation for our country and for our future. I also would like to thank Jay for guiding us to build a much stronger relationship between SACRT and the city of Sacramento. We have had a long history in this relationship. I don't want to say too much about that, but Jay totally changed that by helping us. And also, much stronger partnership between SACRT and many other partners throughout the region because of Jay's leadership. By the way, if you guys attended Jay's retirement party last week, Jay officially recognized, or unofficially recognized, as the most accomplished elected official in the city of Sacramento's history. City of Sacramento's history. Multiple people said that, including Mayor Stenberg. Thank you, Jay. Then to Director Pat Hume. Pat has been a tremendous advocate for public transit and a relentless leader for fiscal conservative policy during his tenure on the SACRT board. It is because of his strong leadership to guide staff on building reserve, reducing cost, and seeking maximal efficiency on every step of the business process, we can turn around this agency from a potential fiscal cliff 7 years ago to a financially strong organization, certainly working with the entire board. He championed our South Line Light Rail Phase 2 extension to CRC and was instrumental as we negotiated and finalized the annexation agreement with the city of Elk Grove. And I truly would like to recognize the work and the time he spent focused on improving our ADA paratransit service. He was on the Paratransit Inc. board for many years, along with Director Don Natoni. Then to Director Carrie Hall. While Carrie has the less years on the SACRT board than other departing members, she has left an unforgettable mark on the organization. In her tenure, SACRT and the city of Folsom reached a historical annexation agreement with SACRT after years of the contractual light rail service with the city of Folsom. We will never be able to annex city of Folsom, many years, and it is because of, Director Hall helped us to reach that agreement. Or actually, including previously, actually was Director Moran, Director Moran, yes. But Hall was the alternate at that time. So two of them worked together. That were two crucial, voting, tickets, and then they convinced the other three, council members approved that. We also secured over $30 million in funding to add additional track on the Gold Line to enable 15 minutes headways to city of Folsom, and she helped advocate for improved late night service to Folsom, ensuring better connectivity to the entire eastern Sacramento region. Then to Director Jeff Harris. Jeff has been a tireless advocate for SAC-RT, and I truly want to thank him for his dedication, guidance, and leadership. I'm particularly thankful for his effort around housing development, or TODs, along our light rail lines. I'm grateful we were able to celebrate the opening of the Wexler Students Housing Development in the hub of 65th Street Light Rail Station just a few months ago, because if not for Jeff's relentless effort and due diligence, I'm not sure that project will get completed timely and smoothly. We had literally over 3 dozens of calls and conversations during that time to get this project moving forward and completed. And Jeff also has fostered the new community in the River District, Mauricio Village, which has been centered around the new Dose Rail Light Rail Station with close to $30 million in transportation investment from SAC-RT in the community. I mean, the grants, working together to get that grants for this emerging community. Then to Director Natoni, Don Natoni. With 25 years of service on the board, Don basically is the godfather of SAC-RT. Chris wrote this for me, the godfather of SAC-RT. He has seen us grow over the years as the system has expanded. Well, Jay was the grandfather of the Ride-RT program. The list of projects done impacted and the community members done touched over the 25 years is endless. He has been a steady hand and a voice of the region of the years, and we will very much miss him and his years of wisdom, knowledge, and experience. I have had the pleasure having one-on-one meetings with Don in the morning of every board meeting day in the past 6.5 years. Every time, every board meeting in that morning, in the Monday morning, to go through the agenda items to ensure each of questions, community questions were answered, and Don prepared me to think about any potential questions might come from the public and the potential answers and solutions to those questions. If we are talking about great mentors, this is an exemplary case for great mentorship. And Don is the best. Thank you, Don. Then last, to Chair Miller. Stephen has been on the SAC-RT board for 16 years, and he cannot be the godfather because we have one. For 16 years, and he has seen the worst of times and the best of times. He chaired SAC-RT in 2010 when SAC-RT was emerging from the Great Recession and forced to make service cuts and tough fiscal decisions at that time. However, in his latest tenure as chair in 2021 and 2022, look at what he did. He leaves us on solid financial footing with the award of Outstanding Transportation System of the Year in 2021 in North America by American Public Transportation Association. That's the best of the best honor and privilege. And of course, Stephen was
vital to the annexation agreement with the city of Central Heights, paving the way for others to consider joining SAC-RT. Since that time, then, city of Elk Grove, then city of Folsom, then also, we took over our paratransit services. And, Don's leadership led the historical SAC-RT's regionalization effort and helped to RT to receive close to $300 million discretionary grant funding in last couple of years for our aging light rail modernization program. The annexation, the regionalization was actually part of the requirements, what kind of conditions from the state to give us huge amount of the funding. And we made that, more than $300 million for our aging light rail modernization program, which we never dared to dream of in the past to get this much of the money in the last couple of years. And we were kind of like worried about how we're going to modernize our light rail system, because that is the backbone of this region's transportation system. So I know you guys, I already exceed your time limit. So to conclude my remark, I would like to wish everyone a safe and happy holidays. I'm so glad that SAC-RT team was able to celebrate the holidays together last week, and thanks to board members Rick Jennings and Helm and Assembly member Stephanie Wen for joining us last week with many of our employees. And thanks. This concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. And let me be clear, we get a lot of credit up here, but we all know that we just set the course. The credit really is due to you and your staff, the drivers, the operators, the mechanics, the electricians, all our support staff that get us literally and figuratively to where we want to be and go. So I did want to say that before I left. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to the entire organization. Well said.
Here, here.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
Any comments from directors or public comment?
There's no public comment, but Director Hume did just join the meeting as well.
Oh, hi, Pat.
Great.
Hi there. Sorry I'm late.
We'll dock your pay. We owe you a few things. We got a plaque here and a couple other things. Okay, next item, please.
The next item is number 9, reports, ideas, and questions from directors and communications. And we have item number 9.1, the Capital Corridor Joint Powers Authority meeting summary of November 16th, 2022.
Anything to add, Jeff?
Yeah, just on the Capital Corridor, there's good news and bad news. They're bouncing back after the pandemic also, and ridership is coming back. It's been a rough road for CCJPA, as it has been for RT. There have been a lot of trespass incidents, on the line, and so that's very unfortunate. But the picture for CCJPA, I think, is really picking up and looking very bright for the future. So I'm very happy for that and their collaboration with RT.
Okay. Next item?
Did you want to take public comment on that one?
Sure,
It
if
looks
there's public comment, yeah.
Jeffrey Tartagia has his hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
I hope you can hear me again.
We can hear you.
I want to thank the Capital Corridor, because one of the problems for the last few months has been simply one, should we say, conductor aboard. And as it increases, there's definitely the need. And I hope that there's due consideration taking place on what the new single floor cars look like for dealing with the both on the I don't know whether the Capitol Corridor is using, but I definitely hear that the San Juan corridor is going to be using. And I don't know whether the new trains that are being talked about for 19th Street, which type of cars are going to be actually utilized on that corridor. It's just something that as you guys interact with the 19th Street, what is going to be the needs of that location for public transportation? And I'll stop with that.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Any other hands up?
There are no other hands up.
Perfect. Next item then.
The next item is 9.2, the San Joaquin Joint Powers Authority meeting summary of November 18th, 2022.
Any comments on that? If not, we'll
I don't see any comments.
file the report. Well, I think that brings us to the end of the agenda. Before I adjourn the meeting, I forgot one thing. The district has given us a small token of appreciation by giving us a bunch of small tokens. And all the way back from 1906 to present day. So Don, I wanted to make sure you get your tokens. If you get a little short of change, you can peel those off. Patrick, we got yours down here. We'll get it to you. Director Chenier.
Yeah, you need plastic painted. You made coat.
Oh. Director Harris, here, you can have the foam. And Carrie, we'll get hers to her. All right. And with that, we are adjourned.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.